Welcome back, everybody. Silas back again today on another camping adventure. I'm back out at the same place I was last time, actually. I'm a little bit late because this morning I kind of had a little bit of a situation to deal with. I went out to my place. Now see, let me back up. Last night, I forgot to grab my kayak. I had it stored out at the junkyard in one of those box vans. I forgot to grab it. I was pretty upset with myself. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to go back out late at night. I'll go get it in the morning. This morning, I go out there to get it. And for whatever reason, there's 30, 40 mile an hour wind gusts going on today. But for whatever reason, my neighbor was able to convince the county to give him a burn permit to burn his tree brush. Well, he had his tree brush stacked right on the property line and the wind is blowing it into my property. So just as I get my kayak and I'm getting ready to leave, I realize there's smoke coming out of one of my tree rows. So we go over there and look, and my tree row is on fire. And so we got it all taken care of, got the fire put out after all that. And I talked to my neighbor. I said, what are you doing? And he said, well, they gave me permission. And I said, well, still, you shouldn't be burning. It doesn't make any sense. So I called the county and I argued with them, and they said, well, it wasn't windy when he called first thing this morning. And I thought, well, did nobody bother to check the forecast? Middle of a drought, 30 mile to 40 mile an hour winds forecasted, and you thought it was a good idea. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm definitely very glad that I forgot my kayak though, because if I hadn't had gone out there, my place would probably be a giant fireball right now and I'd probably lose everything I own. That place is my bank account and that would be devastating. But anyway, I did convince my neighbor to put out at least the one fire that was closest to the property line. He has about 5 more brush fires going. Hopefully they don't spread, but at least he put out the one that was right next to the property line. It's mid-afternoon now. I finally made it out here. I'm gonna get camp set up and I'm not sure what we're gonna do, but I'm gonna be out here for the next 4 days. So we'll see what we can find.
You're gonna somehow be playing some music over this. I already know you are. That's how all your videos are. It'll be like your intro, then it'll go to this scene right here. Some like banjo playing and a fire being started.
And then you'll say, good
morning, everybody.
Do us a little bit of fishing. See if we can catch some dinner. It's been kind of weird weather, so I don't know if they're gonna bite real good, but we'll give it a try. Oh, he popped off. My drag was too loose.
So they're out there?
Yep, they're out there. My drag was too loose, I just lost them. Got one.
Is that a good one too, right?
This is I think this is a white bass. That's a good one there.
White bass good?
Oh yeah. Probably about as good as crappie.
Don't let that boy get in there. You want a stringer?
Yeah, let's get a stringer. Now we're on it. Now we're on it.
All I had to do was walk away.
That's right. The fish are on it now. That's another good one.
Alright, bring it over here, brother.
There we go. There we go. There's me a crappie. I've been wanting at least one crappie. And I got me one crappie. Not a very big one, but... And I barely... Oh, man, I barely had that guy snagged.
Alright.
Barely got him, but we got him. I love these Walmart lures. These are the best lures. I catch fish on these things all the time. There's a little bit of meat on him. They're not huge, but the crappie in this lake don't get huge.
I know you put those fish in there.
That's right.
And you put them at the perfect distance so that you would catch them right in the bowl.
There we go. There we go. Not bad. 2 bass and 3 crappie. Plus the 1 crappie that I lost, but we won't count that one. So 5 fish. We were here for about 45 minutes, so not too bad. I lost my lure though, and I forgot to bring more, so maybe we'll come back in the morning. Got those fish cleaned up, got them on water soaking. Some people like to bleed their fish out. What I usually do is just go ahead and fillet them, and then throw the fillets in water and rinse them out several times. Gets the blood out of them, gets the gaminess out of them. It's raining pretty good right now, and it's not supposed to stop raining until tomorrow, so we got the fire going pretty good. We'll keep it going so we don't have to restart it. But other than that, probably not going to do much more today. And good morning. It's about 6:30 in the morning right now. Got up a little bit ago. I've got a heater inside my camper. It got dark, so I couldn't show you what all I have in there, but I was nice and toasty all night. I just slept in a t-shirt. It's about 45 degrees right now, so not too chilly. The rain finally let up, so we're gonna head back down to the dam, do a little bit more fishing, see if we can get some more fish, because there's a bunch more guys coming out today, and it'd be nice if we could get enough fish to do a fish fry for everybody or something like that. Second cast, we got a fish. That's pretty good there. That's either a really good sign or dumb luck. Well, I'm thinking that was just dumb luck. Here's about the 100th cast of the morning. Not a bite since the second cast. Well, I ended up catching the second one. These aren't as big as yesterday, but They'll fillet up nice. Didn't catch any crappie this time though. But it's starting to get kind of windy and chilly out here. We haven't eaten breakfast yet, so we're gonna go back and do that. Maybe I'll come back and go fishing again later. I went ahead and grilled me up some breakfast. I got me some crappie fillet, some mushrooms. I've got a hamburger on the grill still. It's not quite done. I'll eat it in a minute. But let's see how this turned out. It's looking good. I'm out taking a jaunt through the woods looking for mushrooms, and there are tons of mushrooms, like those right there. There's these over here. I saw a bunch earlier of a different kind, but I'm not finding the kind that I'm looking for. So, plenty of mushrooms. Just I don't know why the ones I actually want aren't growing around here. There's probably no way you'll be able to see them. But it looks like there's 4 or 5 deer down there. You can kind of see them running through the field, maybe. I'm not sure if my GoPro is going to pick them up that far away. Here's a whole bunch of really fresh mushrooms right here. But once again, not what I'm looking for. I'm just not having very good luck this year. Check out this beaver dam. This is pretty cool. You can kind of see where the tunnel was right there. And it went on out to the water when the water used to be over there. A whole bunch of these trees all through here have all been chewed down by a beaver. I don't see anything fresh though, so it's probably abandoned at this point in time, but that's pretty neat. You hear all those birds? There's a whole bunch more mushrooms all around this stump here, but once again, not the right kind. Boy, there are birds chirping like crazy out here though. About 5 or 6 years ago, there was a tornado came through this area right here and wiped out a ton of trees from here all the way out to the water. Just like a microburst or a tornado or something came through here and wiped them out. And for a couple years, 2-3 years after that, this was mushroom heaven in here. I mean, you would pick bags and bags and bags of mushrooms. But I think last year I only picked, 3 mushrooms total in this area. It was like nothing. But one cool thing about last year is there was a bald eagle living in, I think it was this tree, but one of these trees out here had a bald eagle living in it. Or actually a pair of them. There was a nest up there. You know, if nothing else, it is so peaceful out here. But up there it is. Right there's that bald eagle nest. It's still up there. You guys can see it. That nest is huge. I don't know, it may not look that big on this camera, but I don't see the eagles in it, so they may have not come to it this year. Right here's a recent beaver chew. You can see he chewed the tree down. Oops, if I don't trip and fall. And then he chewed this end up here pretty good as well. Here's another one here. Chewed it up pretty good. It's like he started chewing through it in several spots and then gave up. I don't know. I'm curious where the dam's at though. I don't see it anywhere. I tell you what, I have found copious amounts of the wrong kind of mushrooms today. Hundreds, if not thousands of them. See, the thing is mushrooms like this, they're not picky. They'll grow on anything. If it's dead wood, they'll grow on it. Whereas morels only grow on the roots of certain trees that are either half dead or recently dead. They're a very picky mushroom. Everything has to be just right. Whereas all these other mushrooms that I'm finding really don't care. But we got about another half mile to go or so, so maybe, we'll see. Well, that's a major letdown. I saw the right color from long distance. I came rushing over here, and it's more of those again. Oh my, there's the mother lode of bad mushrooms. You can see these here are old. They're all rotted, but a whole bunch of fresh ones popped up. A whole big patch of them. And yet more. There's a pile, there's a pile, there's a pile, there's a pile. I had someone mention that maybe the morels are just really late this year, and they're going to come up now that we've had all this rain, but I kind of doubt it. I mean, it's just they're kind of on a time clock pretty much, and if they're not up by now, they're probably not coming up. But what I'm hoping for is that there are some that are still up that came up a couple weeks ago, and it's been cool enough and wet enough now that they'll still be here if they're here. The problem with that is that there's been 2 weeks now for the deer to find them and for other critters to find them, and so they may or may not be here, and there was very few to start with, so we'll see. Check out that burl on this tree. That's kind of weird looking there. It's kind of cool looking too though. We're still hunting for morels. Oh, guys, I see one. I see one. I see one. Let's get over there. Don't panic. Don't go too fast or you might miss more. I've done that several times where I stomp on morels because I see one and I get in such a hurry to get over to where it's at that I miss others. Oh, yep, I see a second one. Guys, we did it, we did it, we did it. Seek and you shall find. We had to seek and we had to seek. But right there's a nice size one, a good size one there. And then right here is another one. We'll kind of look around and see if there's any more. Those are nice plump yellow ones sticking out, easy to see. So if there's any more, we'll probably be able to see them fairly easily. You can kind of see how this one's black on the very tip. I don't know if I can get close enough without falling over. You can kind of see how it's black on the tip. That means that has been up for about 3 weeks, because about 3 weeks ago we had a freeze, and that's what a freeze will do. So these have been here for a while. That's what I figured. Any morels that came up at the beginning of the season will still be here. Oh, guys, I was just walking along and I walked right here and I stopped and I saw that right in front of me there. And so you can see this one here has been here probably for a little while. And it was doubled up over underneath all these leaves. And then with all this rain that we've gotten in the last week, it pushed on up out. Because this is a nice, moist, fresh one. Yeah, you can see once again, it's got a little bit of black on the tip. So all of these have been here for a little while, but that rain really brought them up. So if there's any out here, they'll be easy to spot because they're going to be sticking up just like these last few have been. This is one ambitious beaver. You can see he's been cutting down tons of trees all through here. And I see another big cottonwood over there. Actually, 2 big cottonwoods that are about halfway. 3 big cottonwoods that are about halfway chewed through. And there's 2 more that are halfway chewed through. So now those will go ahead and die and fall over. So he's out here busy killing all these old trees. Those things probably took who knows how many years to grow that big. And he's going to kill them all in 1 year. So you can see all the sap leaking out of this one here. Somebody needs to come out here and do a little bit of trapping. Get rid of some of these beavers. Oh my word, guys. Look at this monstrosity. I could see this one from way over there. This thing is huge. Or huge. Totally huge. Oh my word. This may be one of the biggest I've ever found. Oh, and I see another good one over there. We stumbled into them now. There's not very many, but they're making up for their quantity and the quality. Oh my word. Oh my word. I've never seen one that big. That is definitely my biggest. Look at this. Oh my word. Okay, here's number one. Bigger than my hand. There's one down there. That's a good size one. Normally on a normal year, that's a good size one over there. That's probably about 3 inches tall. But look at this behemoth over here. Oh my word. Monster. That is like way bigger than my hand. I can't really, there we go, get it in the sunlight. I'm just gonna have to pick those to show you guys better. Okay, I got both of those picked. I'll show them to you in a second. But as I was coming back over here, I saw one that I missed. Another good size one. See, before all the rain we got, these here were probably hiding down in the leaves. Now those 2 gigantic ones, those have been sticking up for a while. Now this is a big mushroom, okay? Oh, look at that butterfly. I don't know if I caught that on camera or not. A yellow and black butterfly just landed on my mushrooms. Okay, this is a good mushroom here. That's a big mushroom. Like on a normal year, that's what would be considered a very big mushroom. These are the other mushrooms. I mean, just look at that compared to my hand. That's bigger than my hand. That one's taller than my hand. It's not as big around, but it's taller than my hand. And so, big mushroom, monstrosity mushroom. These 2 here are definitely the biggest mushrooms I've ever found. I mean, that's over £1 by itself. So that's like $50 right now on the market. That one's probably a little under £1. It's not quite as beefy. And it's kind of hollow or something's been inside it, eating on it a little bit. But still, I mean, just in these 4 mushrooms, I'll go ahead and go pick this other one. Make sure I don't step on any more on the way over here. And I haven't scouted the area yet. There might be more. This is another very big mushroom. But just these 4 mushrooms is almost $100 on the market right now if I was to sell these. Now, obviously, what I'm going to do with these is chop them up and into much smaller pieces, and I'll bread them up. This in here, I'm going to lose a lot of this base on it. I kept it on there just for pictures and to weigh it up and measure it when I get back. But I'll kind of cut all that off, cut this up into smaller pieces, bread all that up later, egg and flour. Oh, and I forgot flour. I hope somebody has flour. If not, we'll just egg it and put something else on it. But these are going to fry up and be delicious. Here's another huge one, guys. Now, normally this is what I would consider a huge mushroom. Now, obviously, I just blew this one out of the water. But this is still a very big mushroom. I mean, look at that. That's what I would consider a big mushroom. That's almost as tall as my hand. big ol' honking thing. But compared to the ones I just found, it's not so big. That's the bad part about finding gigantic ones, is you don't quite appreciate these. But I do appreciate this one here. This is definitely going to be a nice eating mushroom. Sure enough, here's another one. We're going to take our time and go through this area systematically, because it's worth the effort. Because every mushroom I'm finding right now is a gigantic, healthy mushroom. Well, gigantic on a normal year. Those two are just behemoths. But these are all nice sized mushrooms. Normally the mushrooms I find are about the size of just the stem of this thing, so that lets you know just how big these things are. This is absolutely incredible though. Definitely worth the hike. I have been hiking for hours. Definitely worth every step I took to get here. This is an area I've never found mushrooms in before either. I've been here multiple times, never found mushrooms here, so this is incredible. I didn't find any more in that area, so I came down here a little bit further, and I just found another one right here. Now this is what I would consider, you know, maybe a slightly above average mushroom right here. This is about normal, really. So normal, if I can turn this around where you can see, that's just incredibly incredible. But yeah, we're still finding a few, so I'm gonna keep looking as long as I'm finding them. Everybody back at camp is texting me and calling me asking if I found anything, and I said yeah, found a few, but I got a surprise for them. Well, I found a few more mushrooms, just normal sized mushrooms in that area there. I went on all the way out as far as I could go, as far as there was trees anyway. Once I ran out of trees, I turned around and came back on a different route than what I went out, and I still haven't found anything else. So I think that's probably about all the mushrooms we're going to find on this trip here. I don't really know of anywhere else to look. I'll look at the map and see if there's anything else I can get to, but beyond that, I'm probably done mushroom hunting, but I really can't complain. So I'm going to take these back, lay them out, and take some pictures of them. Then we'll probably go do some more fishing this afternoon, and then tonight we're going to cook us up some of these mushrooms, maybe a little bit of fish. I got some mushrooms.
Man, you've been getting lucky all the
big
time.
Look at that
mushroom.
Some big mushrooms. Breakfast time. Fresh crappie, mushrooms, sausage and eggs. There we go. We are currently out doing some geocaching. If you've never done geocaching, you've got to check it out. It's a ton of fun. People hide little things and they mark the coordinates on this app, and you can go out and you can find them. And so there's supposed to be a container around here somewhere. You just look at the trees, look in the leaves, you look everywhere till you find it. Found it right here.
Oh yeah, there it is.
There it is. So yesterday was pretty much raining all day. We did a bunch of geocaching, found a bunch of cool ones, and it just wouldn't quit raining, and started raining a little bit harder. So I actually left and I went clear home. And while I was there, I picked someone up, brought him back with me. I picked up Bennett. He was all excited to go camping, and I didn't bring him the whole time just because I knew it was gonna be super cold and rainy for the first few days, but I knew it was gonna be nice today, so I thought I'd grab him. So he came out here, stayed the night. He is snoozing, sound asleep. So whenever he wakes up, we'll cook breakfast. Maybe we'll go do some fishing. Maybe cook those mushrooms up. We'll see what happens. We didn't have any luck catching fish. Nobody was catching fish. He did find a really cool lure that he likes, and then I caught somebody's bobber that had been snagged on a rock, so he liked that. I'm just carrying it in my pocket so he doesn't lose it. Doing some more mushroom hunting. I don't know if we'll find any or not, but he's really excited to go mushroom hunting, so I said we could go.
I already see it.
You see it? Yep, there it is. There you go, good job. Your first mushroom. Turn around so I can see your face. Good job, buddy. Go over there, there might be one over there. Go look and see.
Another second mushroom.
Yeah, another big mushroom.
We should get that one too.
Yeah, grab it. We'll take them back and we'll cook them.
Oh, yeah, it's cool.
Okay, turn around. Show everybody your mushroom. Whoa, that's a big one there. Look at those great big mushrooms right there.
Those are so big.
Yeah, don't pick those though. Leave those there. Those aren't the good kind. Those are big ones though. Well, I suppose it's about time to start packing up. Guess I can open this up, let it out for a minute. It's kind of hot in here. Then I'll hop in here and start getting it all packed.